Good day, everyone. I'm going to show you, I've tinkered around with the air so that this can run. So if you remember from yesterday, this pump is strong enough to run, you know, the big aerator in the pool, which takes a lot of air, and my little drum setup. So like this line here runs back to the pool, and then this little bleeder off the side is now going to run the drums. So like I put this ball valve here so that I could adjust how much flow is going to the drums. So right now, perpendicular is all the way off. It's only like a quarter of the way on, but that is bringing air up, up through this tube and then down into this drum. But if you'll notice, there's no bubbles here right now because the path of least resistance is, this guy's like a little bit off. Path of least resistance right now goes to this drum. What's kind of cool is look at all the green in there. There was no aeration in this drum, nor the one you just saw, for a week. So some of the gross algae from the pool is in here, and it was settled to the bottom perhaps, or just floating around. But what's kind of interesting is this guy had air going through it all last night, and the media is much whiter. It's almost like the agitation of the air took the algae off of the media, or it was just agitated the heck out of here, back to the pool. I don't know. But we're gonna now have to like tinker with these guys. If I give this one more air, I hope to see some bubbling. All right. So I've got to figure out, well, there's a lot of green soup coming up from the bottom. So the bits are still clean, but the water looks pretty algified. Again, I hope that's mostly dead algae. But anyway, we're gonna get this air right. I gotta get all three drums bubbling, and it's just gonna take a little bit of tinkering. So as you can see, like the path of least resistance is now in the last one. So I got a little bit of air still in there. If I increase this guy, that should bring more air to both of these drums. But obviously everything's going out to the right so far. So I'm going to decrease this guy. And now I hear this one bubbling. Great. So that should mean that this one is still bubbling, because that's not all the way off. Daggone. I got to find the right balance, which is going to be interesting. But luckily, I've got plenty of air. Even if I need to increase the amount coming off the main pump, I can do that. All right, cool. So this one's still bubbling. Now this guy is not. So that means I've got to increase, let's increase this a touch. Ooh, I hear it. All right. So now this must mean that this guy's raging. Yep, that's too much. And this one is doing okay. So I'm gonna adjust this one down, which probably means that's decreased it to the last tub. No, that's still all right. This guy still sounds pretty ragey. That's too much. I put these caps on the top, by the way. These are only 79 cents, whereas a full 3-inch cap is over 10 bucks, which is ridiculous. And I just need the media to stay out of there. So those things work great. As you can see, like if I accidentally turn the air up too high, in theory, I could have bits of media like falling down into the holes from ultra agitation. So I'm gonna try to tinker with this a little bit more and get that less crazy. It's pretty neat. You can almost instantly feel the air change a little bit. I don't know. It should be bubbling decently. I mean, these guys, if you remember, these last two drums don't have any holes at the bottom. They're just an open pipe. So a 1/2-inch pipe with an opening at the bottom, it's gonna make big fat air bubbles that are gonna look kind of raucous like this. So it's not gonna have, this one has little pinholes. So it's a little gentler, maybe. It's actually kind of raging. So I don't know. That might be okay, but I think that we got to turn it down a little bit. Remember, we're supposed to be helping bacteria adhere to these particles, these beads, and do their thing. But if it's too crazy in there, the bacteria probably won't colonize as well, and we won't have as much filtration slash bio remediation. I don't know if that's the right word. Biological activity going on. So I'm gonna keep messing with this, and we'll get the airflow right.